See if we can create a dual desktop. Side by side desktop. Let's create another one and do a. So we got side by side cameras. Kind of hard to do. Let's create another display capture. Let's call it display. Oh, let's just do, if that one is Dell desktop, let's just do that one. And that would be that. Hey, y'all. Good morning, good morning. I'll tell you what, baby, I need these eyes to see. Products. Yes, sure. Ask away. I'm just on getting some work done early this morning, guys. Just getting some. Just gonna be on here getting some work done and setting up the play now. On the filters, properties. Let's go with the Okay, so this is gonna have to go over here. This display is going to be the omen. Okay. It's gonna be not just the easiest, but what we have here this morning is, if you are tuning in, we have a couple of products here. On the left side here, I have my files that are on my desktop. And over on the right side here, we are going to be working in WordPress and putting in these products. So I've already actually uploaded this product and just kind of going to be working here pretty much in silence. These types of videos are those types of videos that if you have questions or if you just want to learn something, you can just kind of hang out with me and learn and listen. So when I do my best work, try to do this to let people know that, hey, this is not easy. It's just not easy, y'all. There are no shortcuts. There are no shortcuts. Give me 1 second, Marquita, and I will answer your questions for you. Okay? Let me close my office door real quick, y'all. So that's a great question. So the question is, what tip would I give a low-income entrepreneur that's trying to grow your business? I've been there, right? I have been there. So the first thing that I'm going to say is that when you have a low income and you don't have the funds to just come straight out the gate and get everything started, then you have to be very meticulous and very careful with what it is that you do. And this is such an important topic that I'm gonna go ahead and turn the camera on, because this is a really you hit me with a banger early this morning, right? So my advice to anyone that's a small business that's trying to get started and you really don't have the income to make that investment, the problem is that you have to try to balance the little money that you already have coming in with your life, right? You got to make sure that your bills are paid. If you got kids, you got to make sure that your household is taken care of first. So in doing that, it's kind of hard to take money. It may be hard to take money and put money over to the side for the things that you need to do. So right from that, there are grants out here and there are different organizations that will help you with funding to get your business started. I'm going to tell you a couple of different ways, right? So there are some different organizations and grants that will help you get business started. So let's say that maybe you're a minority, maybe if you're a white woman, if you're a black woman, if you're a woman at all, right? Then there are organizations out here. There may be organizations within your city that are able to help you with small business loans. Or not loans, you really don't want a loan, you want a grant. Things like that you can seek out. I would go and do a Google search and see what I could find within the community. I would ask, you could probably go into Small Business Association, start looking into those, looking into, what do we call it? I can't think of the name right now. But there are some different organizations, find organizations that are within the community. And the reason I say that is because sometimes small organizations have a little money set aside and are able to help you faster to get to the goals that you need to get to than big organizations, right? Secondly, for me with my business, I didn't get any money from anybody. I didn't get anything from anybody. I had to make the initial investment, and I was in a position to buy things one by one. I wasn't in the greatest position, but I also was not in the worst position. So for me, what I had to do was start small. I started out my business literally out with a a laptop that I already had. I started with a laptop that I already had. I had a printer, which was, I believe, like a Epson 1100 or 1200 or something like that, was a printer that I purchased. The printer was my biggest purchase. Well, not my biggest purchase, because the heat press was my biggest purchase. So I had the printer and I had a heat press. Now, mind you, at this time, I already had a boutique, right? So I wasn't in a situation that was like I did not have any money coming in. I had a little money coming in, but things were still tight because I had invested all of my money into this business. And this was at a time that I actually was going through some things. My family was going through some things, so money was really tight. But there have been times that I have not had any money to, and this is the thing about t-shirts, right? So one thing that I love about custom decorating is that your customers pay you up front. So you have to figure out what's something that I can really make money with, right? Not the hobby stuff. Like, what's going to make me enough money to change my life? To make more than, because okay, in retail you say, okay, well, if you make, if you pay, let's say if you pay $10 for something and you make $15 off of that something, you're doing great. If you make $3, so you make $13 off of it, you're doing good. A 30% markup in business is what's considered good, right? When you're already having financial problems, a 30% markup ain't gonna get it. It's just not gonna get it. And this is what I kind of tell people. It's like a lot of times people get into the business and you find the products that you have the least amount of markup on. This is what led me to doing live events in my business, because I want to get the higher end of the spectrum. I went from contract printing, where I was getting paid 30 to 40 cents a print, to doing retail printing where I was getting paid $2 to $3 a print. And this was pre-COVID, right? Because I was felt like I was just stuck in a rat race that my equipment could not really keep up with. And I was able to keep up with the jobs that I had, but what happened is I wasn't making money. So the first thing I'm going to tell you to do is see if you could find some type of organization that will uplift you, that will offer you a small grant. The second thing is, my oldest kid's father told me something when I was very young. In his culture, they say money begot money. And what it means is that in order to get money, you have to hang around money. So you have to align yourself with people who have more than what you have, that are also doing the things that you want to do, or doing something that you're aspiring to do, which means in this day and age, it's really easy for you to do that with social media. You have like in my city, there are a lot of girl groups, a lot of men groups. Like my brother, he hangs out with guys with cigar at a cigar bar. They all come from different walks of life, but they're all aspiring to do something, and they're all on different levels. If you are hanging with people and those people, you're right here and those people are right here, there's no one to push you to get to the next level. So that's one thing that's really important, is to surround yourself with people who have the dreams and the goals. They have either reached those dreams and those goals, or they're moving towards those dreams and those goals where you're trying to get to, right? And it may not necessarily be that let's say if you want to be a printer, you want to start a print business. It doesn't necessarily mean that they have to be doing the exact same thing that you're doing, but as long as they are doing something in business that is successful and they're making that effort, right? Because that's what's going to push you. Whenever you surround yourself with people who have goals and have dreams and they're trying to uplift themselves, you get into a situation where things start to shift in your life, and you start to doors start to open. You have access to things that you normally would not have access to because you're here closed up by yourself. But when you open up and you get into these different organizations and different groups, and I'm not talking about joining any group or paying to be any group or anything like that. Like, for example, we have here in Dallas, there's one called the Social Butterflies. I've been planning on getting out there and seeing them. I haven't made it yet. We also have Dallas Girl Gang. I have not made it to one of their things yet, but I do follow and I comment on posts and I listen to things that these other women have that they're doing. I'm the type of person that I believe that you can learn something from everybody. A lot of times I just sit back in the background because a lot of things that I already know, but I'm really, really excited and wanting to get to a meeting to bring in my expertise and to learn something from people, right? So that's a big part of it, is get yourself, because that's going to prepare you for the mental space, right? That's going to take you and get you prepared and put you in that mental space of where you are now ready to receive everything that's coming. As far as equipment, buy little small things that you can buy when you can afford to buy it. But you have to be very careful with the things that you buy. Take heed, and when you watch YouTubers show you things and you see them pull out something, do an unboxing and show you how to, they tell you, okay, well, I got this machine, right? And they unbox it, and then, because a lot of people are making money off of affiliate marketing, right? And so then you go and you run and buy something because you saw Lady Print Boss unbox it and her use it that one time. Go back to those videos and make sure that they're using that. How many times do we see something in a video, people use it, they do a demonstration, and then they don't use it again? And then I've seen a lot of people running by embroidery machines thinking that, oh, that's going to get you to the next level. The truth of the matter is that the business side is what's going to get you to the next level, not the equipment. So, for example, let's say that you can start. So let's say you don't have any equipment, but you want to be able to sell t-shirts, right? If I didn't have any equipment, what I would do is I would get the books with the t-shirt mock-ups. I would become a broker. And what a broker is a person that facilitates the deal between the customer and the contract printer. So what you could do, let's say that you wanted to start selling t-shirts in bulk and you want to do the same thing that I'm doing. You want to sell to corporations and businesses and all that. You go out and you find a company that prints wholesale, that does contract printing. That will do the bidding, that will do the jobs for you, right? And then you look at their pricing structure. This is what a lot of people don't do. You look at their pricing structure And then you say, okay, well, they're charging $1 a print. I can sell this for this. Let me go and see what the market warrants. That's what a lot of people don't do. They don't go and look at what I can sell it for in my area, right? So let's say the average cost of a t-shirt in bulk, let's say we're talking about the G500, is $6 a shirt at 100 pieces, and you don't have the equipment to print it yourself, and you need to figure out how can I get that, right? And this is before you even get the customers. You need to know pricing. So you've got $600 that I can make off of this. How much are the shirts going to cost me? I can't go buy the shirts retail, right? Because it's going to be money going to come off of that. So at that point, you start looking for wholesalers to buy the shirts from. So let's say if you're able to get those shirts for, you're able to get the Gildan shirt for $2 a shirt. I think I saw them online the other day for $185. But let's say you get the shirt for $2 a shirt, right? Now you need to find a printer that can print that for you, right? So let's say you go and you find a printer, and that printer is able to do one color jobs at $1 a piece or 50 cents a piece, right? Okay, times that 100, or let's say you go and buy, if you have a heat press, if you make an investment in a heat press, then let's say you spend $150 on a heat press, right? If you can come up with $150 or $200, do you have any equipment? If you have a heat press, you can go over to F&M Expressions and buy 15-cent transfers when you get 100-piece jobs. You're then neck and neck with me on, it costs me 15 cents, 15, 20 cents to print a transfer or to print a shirt. And you're able to print that by outsourcing it with a company at the same amount that I'm able to do it. So now you're here and you're in the game, and you're able to compete with somebody like a Lady Print Boss that's strong in your local community, because you can say, okay, well, now I can say, okay, let's say, for example, that you ended up paying $1. You should end up paying no more than $1, $1.50 tops, which would leave you $2.50 profit per shirt times 100. That's $250 that you can make off of one order without you having any investment in it. Only thing you're doing is facilitating the deal. And when I say that is, now you have to go out, you have to get customers. You go out and you start finding your customers, and then your customers pay you for the order, and then you place the order with the wholesaler, and then you get the order and you deliver it. Right within there, for that $250, you're still doing a lot of work. Another thing is, a lot of times, like printers, you can broker deals. So let's say if what I do is, any client that brings me a client, right, I give them a X amount off of the sale, because it's like you get salespeople for you. So let's say in this instance, I'm the wholesaler, right? I'm the contract printer, and you bring me a deal, you're gonna get 20% off of the profit. So there are ways that you can make money that way. Um, the biggest thing that I would tell somebody that is, um, when you are trying to get business started, is to not follow in that rabbit hole of following the Joneses, running and buying this because this person got it, putting it, doing this, doing that. And whatever you invest in, let's say if you have nothing but a heat press, right? And everybody's getting DTF machines. You don't need a DTF machine. You can't afford a DTF machine at that point. Buy transfers. Use your customers' money to pay you 100% up front, for you to be able to then take that money and put it into the business and buy the supplies that you need. I just had a conversation with somebody about this the other day. They said, well, what if I go viral and I don't have the supplies that I need. Don't let the fear of your fear of success stop you from doing something. If you're creating designs and you're posting it, don't be afraid to post it and go viral, right? Because, first of all, the chances of you going viral are slim to none, right? If you're lucky enough to go viral, let's say I do a t shirt design and I put it up there, and all I'm doing is vinyl, right? And I put that one t-shirt up there. I probably got 5 t-shirts over here in my inventory. I might got one roll of vinyl, girl. And all of a sudden, that product starts to sell, and it's selling, and I've sold 500 in one day or 1,000 in one day. And I've got so much stuff that's coming in that I'm like, I really ain't got all the stuff that I need to be able to get these jobs out. Don't be afraid of that, because that's what success is about, right? As those payments come in, you're buying the stuff to get stuff done. And as you say, okay, well, I only got this one machine. Remember when I was saying go ahead and start doing your research and finding people who can help you, so that when you get those big jobs, you already got somebody on deck. So it's as easy as, hey, Miss Latana, I need 100 shirts printed with such and such design, right? Because you already got it's already on speed dial. You done already called, you done already got a price list, you already know what it's gonna cost you. It's everything is already set up for you to be successful. A lot of times what happens is people are not set up for success. So because you're not set up, you're not ready, and then you feel like you're overwhelmed. Um Stay the course. Surround yourself with people. I have a Slack channel. I don't do a lot of posting because I find that sometimes I get tired, right? So I get on YouTube and I do the stuff that I do on YouTube with you guys. But you can always reach out. I tell people is, if you don't have the money for a consultation and you are serious and you're really trying to get your business going, you can find me, hit me up on social media and ask the questions that you need to ask, right? I'm not going to always be free, but hey, if you tell me, hey, I'm having some issues and I'm trying to figure out some stuff, get in there and figure it out. Ask for the help. Um, don't be afraid to ask for help. Make sure that you research, and find, don't, so sometimes people will they go into business and they try to do everything and they're good at nothing, right? Or you can be mediocre at everything and not be great at one or two things. Try to find 3 to 5 products that you're great at doing. For me, I got one product I'm great at. I'm great at screen printing, right? I'm great at printing, and that entails a lot. Like, I do one thing really, really good. Is one thing that I do. For 15 years, people said, what do you do? I said, I print t-shirts, right? We print on t-shirts. But really and truly, what we do is screen printing. We screen print on anything that's flat. That's something that I'm really, really good at. And with being really good at that and taking my time to perfect it, I can not only print on t-shirts, I can print on anything flat that will go through a dryer. T-shirts, bags. I can even screen print on caps with a cap attachment. A lot of people don't know that we screen print caps. So a lot of stuff that we can do. So find something that you're really good at and something that's going to pay you for your time. Like, I see a lot of people out here, they start with the vinyl and they're picking and they're doing all of that. I quickly moved on from that in early 2000 because I realized that the amount of time that it was taking me to make that one shirt, I wasn't getting paid for it. I could have went and got a job, hell, making $8 an hour, and got more money off of doing working on a job at McDonald's or something. Then I could have for doing these shirts. And so, one thing you could do is if you do vinyl, you could use that as just a prototype. Okay, I'm just going to do this for singles. Don't spend more time on a project than it's worth for you. Pick and choose what it is that you can do, right? And there are a lot of things that you can do nowadays that are not physical products. Digital products are kind of hard to sell, in my opinion. I know it's a lot of people that are out here saying, all you got to do is just go over here to Canva and create this and download this and then da 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 da. At the end of the day, my question to those influencers is show me the receipts. Show me where you went and downloaded these images in Canva, put them over on Etsy, and then you started making all this money. Show me the customers. Show me the receipts. And I think that that is really, really hurting our community. It's really, really hurting our community that people are saying, hey, I made a lot of money doing this or doing that. It's really, really hurting our community, y'all, because people will jump on and say, girl, I'm going to show you how to do this and show you how to do that and how I made $1 million and I'm a millionaire off of my Etsy store and this, that, other. But you can't find that Etsy store. They never mention it. You can't find it. Right? I went on Amazon, do this, and you can make $100. Do this, you can make $5,000 in one day. Over here on Amazon, they never show you the Amazon store. You know why? Because they're actually making their money off of doing what I'm doing right now on YouTube, monetizing that video on YouTube and you clicking on links to do things. That's why a lot of my videos you don't even see monetized. Right? If a person is really trying to help you, everything ain't gonna be monetized. Because, and reason being is because I'm making money doing other things, successful at doing other things. So when people are really and truly trying to give back, and there's nothing wrong, because nothing wrong with influencers selling affiliate links or anything like that. I do it. But at the end of the day, right, you have to look at where is the information coming from, and am I going to jump on that train or am I going to sit back? You really have to use discernment, man, out here. I can't even imagine. Like, I used to think that, wow, when I started, I didn't have any help. I didn't have any help. I had my oldest brother who I would talk to. I had Carmen that I could talk to, who's another creative, who always, Carmen's thing was to always give me these creative ideas. Like, I figure it out. You tell me what to do, and then okay, I can figure this out, girl. I had a great school with great professors that to this day, I know that people talk bad about private schools, but y'all, Wade College prepared me so much for the world, right? The tools that I learned, I still use them today. So, education is something that, whether that I think that propels you, whether it's formal education, you taking business classes, getting a bachelor's or master's degree or whatever in whatever, or you not even taking formal classes, but taking some type of classes. And when I say taking classes, I'm not talking about, hey, I'm going to get on here and show you how to use your heat press type class, right? Those are good for what they're for, but you have to figure out what things you can learn on your own and what things you need to pay people for, right? Um, there are a lot of classes that are free, online tutorials through places like Stalls has, the Stalls website has really good tutorials. Um, what's that guy's name? I can't think of his name. Not Ken. Um, I can't think of it, but there are a lot of Jennifer Maker does a lot of stuff on her channel. I see a lot of channels that are out there that are doing things where you learn, but at the end of the day, I don't care how good you print. I don't care how good you can press a cup or how good you can do this or do that. If you don't have that business backing to back you, then your business is not going to succeed, or you're going to have problems in business. And so that's why on this channel, I show you guys a lot of things that I do, and I say, hey, it's no shortcuts. A lot of stuff I do myself. Um, because I am what you call a person that likes to micromanage things. And sometimes that can be a blessing and a curse. So, it's all about just taking your time, figuring out, figure out who you want your customers to be before you even, having a game plan before you even start your business. Something that you can go back to and you can say, okay, I know what's my number one reason for going into business. For me, it's to make money. You might want to write this type of stuff down. To make money. So know your why. Why are you going into business? I'm going into business to make money. But okay, what besides make money? To make money, to provide for my family, to leave my legacy, to do better for myself, right? Okay. And so when I say, okay, I'm going to go into business to make money, okay, and what am I going to sell, right? What can I sell? And so then I start listing products that I could sell. So I say, let's say, for example, I say, okay, well, I can sell t-shirts. Okay. Then go back to the first question. How are the t-shirts going to help you make money? Big money. Let's say I'm going into business to make big money. How can those t-shirts help me make big money, not just make money? So I asked myself things like this when I got into doing t-shirts. Before I opened the business, was how much money do I need to make to provide? And I asked God because I had a really, really good, my 20s was really, really good. Like I came out the house at 18 driving a candy apple red Porsche. My first boyfriend brought me a brand new candy apple red Porsche off the showroom floor. In that relationship, I did really, really well. Like I had everything my heart desired. And when we split up, through the years, it's set me up to know that there were things out there in life that I wanted and that I could get. I remember times when I would pray to God and I would ask Him to help me find a way to make the kind of money to sustain my lifestyle, because this is back in the 90s, in the early 2000s, that I got $5,600 in bills, just in rents, right? Before, just to keep the bricks on the house. And that was a lot of money back then. Uh, and so I knew that, okay, girl, shoes, you need to bring in at least 10, 15 grand back then, right? Just to be able to make it. So I would pray specific prayers and ask God, Lord Jesus, show me how to make some money. Give me something that's going to make me make big money like what I'm used to making, right? Because, Lord, honey, if not, God, I'm going to have to go out here and rob Peter to pay Paul. and I need some help. And so I would just do that prayer and ask all the time and try and just constantly think about what's going to make me thousands of dollars, where my average sale is. Back then I needed an average sale to be $2,000 $3,000, or I needed to make $2,000 $3,000 a day, right? And that's what took me from doing single shirts to doing bulk orders in shirts, because I needed to make that money. And I knew that the single shirts were doing great, but it was a lot of work, and it was more work than I could do. Like times that I would go in and I would make $1,500 a day doing single shirts, but you know how many shirts you got to do? It was a lot of work. And I was like, okay, I might have made $1,000, but I ain't used to working hard to make this money. So I need an easier way and a faster way to make it. So I always let my business just evolve. I just hope that this kind of helps you. Um, Good morning, y'all. I see a few more of y'all on here now. Bad Brad, good morning. The receipts don't exist. I know it, Brad. It's kind of bothers me, because it's like when I get on here and I tell you guys, like when I'm not making money, I'll be like, oh, it's slow, oh, it's this or that or other. In times that I do make money being self-employed, I have to put back. And so people, sometimes you don't see that, right? That, oh, you have to put back and you have to really manage, you know. Um, Marquita, yes, it's definitely, oh, it's okay. I'm not saying that it's not okay to sell one item. What I'm saying is, when I say be great at one or two things versus being mediocre at a lot of things, when I say, okay, so for me, screen printing, right? That's been my bread and butter. And I wanted to be great at that. Within that process that I chose to do, it's a lot of things that I could print on. I printed on caps. I've even printed yoga mats, y'all. Printed on yoga mats with water-based inks. There's a lot of things that you could do. Like I could print on anything that was flat. You can even, they have rotary printers, so you can even print on glasses and stuff like that. But you have to know your customer base. Okay, my customer is not that customer who's looking for that full color birthday shirt or looking for full color stuff. At that time, I had to look and say, okay, well, where's the bread and butter at? Bread and butter is in 1 and 2 color jobs. That's what I started out doing. Then at some point, I wanted to be different. And I said, once I got good at that, I said, okay, I need to set myself apart from other people in Dallas that are screen printing. So I started specializing in simulated process printing. By this time, I got money to pay for classes. I learned how to do it, do my color separations, and do all of this stuff, right? And so that was, for the longest, what I did. I started taking on a lot of jobs that other printers couldn't do, which worked as far as getting me known in my area, right? And bringing me in customers. But at some point I started looking and I said, wait a minute, I've fallen back into that, back on the hamster wheel of doing a lot of things and overworking myself and doing things that the math ain't mathing, right? I'm getting paid a little bit more to do it, but I'm spending so much time. I didn't have a graphic artist. I'm doing these color steps myself. I'm spending so much time on this, and I'm dealing with all of this stuff, using all my brain power and all of this stuff, when these bread and butter jobs are back over here. So I went back to the bread and butter jobs. When you look at it, you look at corporations, and I constantly tell people, why do I specialize in mainly 1 to 3 colors? Is because business logos, if you do a professional logo, it's not going to be full color unless maybe you've got like a kids, some type of kids thing, a kids playhouse or something. Then maybe you have a colorful type logo. But for most corporate businesses, you're going to have one, two color logos, right? Two colors. Sometimes you'll have three. You'll have one to two fonts, right? You don't see corporate logos with three fonts. So once you learn this thing, and I knew all of this from taking business classes and from college, from my studies. That's why I say education is important. So I knew a lot about business and economics and logos, and I knew about advertising, right? And so when I look at printing, I look at it as a form of advertising. And when t-shirts came about for me, it just clicked. Like, you know that you found your niche when it clicks. It literally clicked. My son brought me a book. I've told this story hundreds of times. It's in all the magazines. It's on all the videos. Literally brought me a book with Source magazine. And it was like my prayers were answered. I read about the t-shirts. It was the perfect canvas. It checked all of my boxes. I like to design, but I didn't want to do a whole lot of work. I liked fashion, right? I always thought that I was meant to be a fashion designer. But I realized that I just like the creative process. I did not like putting the pieces together. So now I have a t-shirt that is my canvas, that's my way of expression. And I can print on this and express myself. And immediately popped into my head the tunic from my history of costume class. I'm looking at a t-shirt and it looks like a tunic to me. And then I go back to the creation of the t-shirt, right? What it was originally created for as an undergarment. And then my mind fast forwards to, remember when I say the expression, a way for me to get out my expressions? The t-shirt now becoming the billboard and making billions of dollars as a way of expression. And it's like, dang, this is it. The 60s just hit me. And it's like, boom, this is how I'm going to make my money. And I immediately knew who I was going to sell t-shirts to. I'm going to sell t-shirts to people who are advertising their business. So what led me into corporate printing. I immediately knew. And it's just one of those things. Like, for some of us, it happens like that, and some of us, it don't. Now, I've had a lot of ups and downs. I have been worth $1 million before. I'm not worth $1 million now. A lot of things have gotten sold. Things have happened over the years, stuff like that. A lot of business closings, a lot of ups and downs, times when my father got sick that I chose to literally close business and do things, living life on my own accord. Me waking up one day, and I didn't really wake up one day, it just kind of happened over a period of time. But I remember at the height of success, my skin breaking out all the time, and me starting to dread to go into my shop. I remember this. And I remember my friend coming by. And Jay is gay and he's very flamboyant. And he would always, girl, you done made it, girlfriend, and he would come over to the shop and he said, you got a deck, baby, you rolling up the bay, and you got a receptionist, and da 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 da, and oh, she cute, and this and that. Girl, you can't even get in here to get to you. You got your own office. Girl, bitch, you got a rubber tree plant. You done made it. I was miserable as fuck. Oh, I was miserable, y'all. I was so miserable. Um, Money was coming hand over fist, and it was good. Things were good. It was American dream, right? But I was tired. I was working the shit out of myself. And I remember me and him being in that back. And I said, Jay, I got to get up out of this. And he was like, bitch, what do you mean? You made it. You made it. And I told him, I said, I have to make so much money to pay everybody and do all of these bills and all of this stuff before I make a dime, right? And I just did not. It was waking up at 7 in the morning and sometimes getting home at 1 or 2 in the morning, and then go and get 5-6 hours worth of sleep, and you back at the shop. And this was like every fucking day, because I had so much orders coming in, and we were doing so much. Even though we had Ken, we had Pookie, I had Ken, we had Pookie, we had ZZ, we had Kiana, Michelle, what was that other guy's name? I had they call him T. I had him. I had 21, and I had this crazy kooky white boy working for me. So I was literally responsible for all of these people's paychecks. And we were trying to get health insurance, bring health insurance into the company, because I had health insurance and I wanted my employees to have. It was just so much stuff that I wanted out. I was not happy. And when I looked at my friend, and this is the guy that I told that I'm going to build this t-shirt business from scratch back in the day. And I did it. And now I'm supposed to be reaping the benefits of it. And the money's coming, right? I can eat what I want to eat. I can go on vacation when I want to go on vacation. I can do what I want to do. I can invest in property. I got everything. The kids are happy. They got money. Everybody got cars. We rolling. But I wasn't happy. So I told Jay, I want out. And that was one of the hardest decisions I ever made in life, y'all. It really was. I just was not happy. I hadn't got my nails done, and because before all of this, I used to be that girl that was in the beauty salon getting her hair done, getting her nails done, always fly, always jewelry. And it was like I did not have time for me. I did not have time for my family. And it was a blessing and a curse that COVID hit. And from COVID, we went to the house. My damn daddy got sick. And staying in the house and being with family, it was just what I wanted. And so that was the whole story behind me never going back into the shop and moving home. And I've been happy ever since. So with success comes a lot of stress. and a lot of other things that happens, right? And so everybody's not meant to have 10 automatics. Just having two broke me down. I came home, and I needed that work life balance, especially after dad passed. It just wasn't working for me. And, so you just have to, everybody has, that's why I tell everybody, is everybody has to develop their own path. Some people want to have huge shops. Some people are content, and you just have to figure out what works best for you. And I'm sorry, y'all, but we went into a whole lot. That was a lot. That was like a whole fucking therapy session for me. hmm I haven't told that story in a long time. Um, but yeah, that's what had happened was, and here we are today. Yes, ma'am. Good morning, Ruby. Good morning. But yeah, it's definitely okay to sell more than one items. Hey, girl, Tampa, it's most definitely, definitely, you could sell more than one thing, right? Y'all know. So look, okay, so let's say you know how you have restaurants like a Panda Express, right? Or a Chipotle. If you go and you look at their business model or what they sell, they have these different things on the menu. You can get a burrito. You can get, well, let's use Panda. You can get teriyaki chicken. You can get orange chicken. You can get all these things, right? You can get noodles, or you can get rice. White rice, fried rice. Those are the selections. Then you can get these different meats, right? Now, those products, those ingredients that they have can make hundreds, or let's say about 50 different things on the menu, right? So when I'm saying, hey, figure out what you're good at and perfect it. And as you're perfecting it, what a lot of people are not doing is investing in the business side, right? I see people you'll go and spend $5,000 on a printer, but you won't spend $50 to throw out there at an ad. You won't. When Google Ads, you'll get a return on your investment. A lot of times people is like, oh, I ain't, cause they're not seeing it physically seeing it. But in business, you have to advertise your business. You have to. That's why you don't see me with a lot of equipment. In times when I come in, I say, oh, it's Money Making Monday. I guarantee you, I've ran an ad. I'm running ads. And the reason that a lot of people don't make money off when they run ads is because your website ain't ready, or you don't have the ad going to where you need to do, or you're advertising the wrong thing, or you chose to run the ad at the wrong time. This all comes in with education, right? Follow somebody, not just pressing, showing you how to press heat press, doing heat press work. Maybe go and find somebody who is on YouTube and they're teaching business and they're talking about, and I'm not talking about t-shirt business. I'm talking about just like general business in general, like how to run ads, how to do this, how to do that, how to get this up and going. Because, other than that, you're just crafting and hoping that the craft just ends up taking off, right? They tell us the best. So when I was in school, they always said the best, the way to grow your business was by word of mouth, right? You do something for one customer, and then that customer goes and tells somebody, and that customer goes and tells somebody. And that didn't get me nowhere, right? I was still out there paving, hitting the pavement. We talking about before we got the world wide web, but but it's just hit. I was out there going door to door from business to business, hitting the pavement, going in and passing out flyers and doing all of this stuff, right? With businesses. But really and truly, a lot of times businesses are not sharing their contacts with the next person. Y'all are living in a social media age where now it's really, hey, if you do something good, then people are going to share it, and this and other. And if you build that around you to where, okay, hey, people are sharing my stuff, and people are now, it's really easy to for people for people to either make it or break you, right? Because social media can break you. We also live in this council culture. We live in this culture now to where, okay, you can have a product and you do have that viral moment and it goes crazy. But a lot of times what I be telling people is you got to watch. It's a lot of scams out here. A lot of scams out here. A lot of people that are getting rich off of people's hopes and dreams that are not really doing the work, or they're playing the lifestyle of the rich. Anyways, um, let's see here. Let me get to what it is that I was working on. So, you guys know that you just have to um, be really, really careful with the things that you do and the information that you're taking in from people. Now, let me figure out if I can do this. Okay, so what this video was about, let's get back to the video. The best way to import, and I left out the 8, best way to import images into your WordPress site that I've found to organize it. I use a plugin called the Folders plugin, right? This plugin helps me to organize things and so if you see over here on this left hand side, all of these are folders that have if I go here and I start clicking on them, these are folders that have the different shirts in them. And so what happened right there, showing 909. I guess my internet is moving slow, y'all. But all of these folders. So what I do is I create these folders so that when I get to go in and put the products in, everything is nice and organized. And what I'm doing now, so I've got the 880. Let's see, I'm going to my desktop and find one that I have not uploaded. So I need the G880. Let's see, do I have that one? G880 zip. And I'm going to unzip these images. Now, I get these images offline. Alpha Broder has images. Staten has images. SNS, Activewear, all of them they have in SanMar. These particular images, I find that the images from SanMar have the colors on them, and a lot of the other ones don't have the colors. So it's going to take this and we're going to go into the add over here, and I'm going to look for the G880. So I already created this folder, and then once you have the folder created, all you have to do is then just drag these products in and you'll start to see them go in. It takes a while to get them all up on your website. You may not have as many products as I have, but takes a while to get them all up onto your website. But once they're all posted there on your website, you'll have like just everything organized and in folders. G240. So these are the things that, this is something that I really wanted to get done before the year is out, to update products on my website. And you could just pull them in here and then drag them. You can also drag this stuff into the folder over here. Let's go in and add a new media file. You can go here. You see where it says G240. I can select the files here and drag them this way and get them all up in here. It seems to me that when I do it this way, it takes a long time. So sometimes I have to drag a couple of times. So I don't really like to drag them in that way, because by the time I go and I refresh it, it'll end up popping up. But my favorite way to actually bring them in is to go over here and bring them in that way. Let's go back to library and see if they popped up. G240 still not popped up yet. Let's go to all, because sometimes it will just come up under all media and then I have to move it. Let's go to images and let's see, is that a G240? It is. See what I'm saying? It'll do that to where you're like, what in the world? Did you move that in there? And then you'll look over here and we still don't see the G240. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put type it in, and so it brought in 8 images so far, so that means it's still over there working. I'll hold down this shift and see if I can get them. G240, where is it at first before I 2400? G240 right there. I'm going to go back over here to add new, because this is the way that it actually works better for me. And under add new, I'm going to drop all of them in there again. It just works better over here for me doing it this way than wouldn't the other way. Easiest way to get it in there. I'm going to show you guys the progress that I've made. And why this matters. So once you get these products in, and while I'm doing that, so while that is uploading, I'm going to go in and show a product that is already in. So this is a product here. Your goal is to be able to have things work nice and easy. I'm all about easy, 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 easy. So I actually deleted all the products off the site to come back and redo this. So this one here is saying it's out of stock. This is the C1717. These videos are all building up on one another. Let's see if, so if we go here, you see where we have attributes and it says shirt color. These shirt colors are from those files that I uploaded. That's what that's from. Those files that I uploaded before. So we're going to hit save. So those are already in there, and that's what we want to know, that those are already in there. And then when you go to variations, now you go in and you generate variations, because this is where you're going to add your shirt colors and make everything work together. So when you have variations, it pops up all of those shirts. Now I'm going to just add a bulk price to this, just so that I can be able to get everything to come up to show you guys what happens and how to connect, so that we can connect this. So each video that I do, one video I show you something, and then I go back in and I show you something else and show you something else, but it's all taking us to one goal. So here now we have the picture of the t-shirt, we have the colors right here which are showing. Okay, all the thing you're getting when you click on this is this changing. But what we want is for this image to change. So that's why we're doing the bulk upload. So let's go here. Let's go here to image gallery, because we do want to add pictures. So if we go over here, if I have uploaded that one, C1717, what is it, C1717, I have not uploaded that one. Let's see. Well, I don't have that file. C6064. Okay, so let's do it. Let's create a file. We're going to create this file, C1717. So now we have created the file there. So now we need to add some information to the file. So let's see if we have a C1717 in here. I guess I did not download those. Let me look through there. C66. I guess I didn't download that. So this will be a good portion of the video, which will show you the exact full process, I guess. Okay, so let's go here to see what all we have. Let's go over here to Alpha Broder, and we'll put that in here. We don't want to be in Alpha Broder though. We're going to go into the one that I like to get my products from, which is S&S Activewear. And so I put in C1717, which is the comfort colors. And I need to grab all of the comfort colors. Oh, it's a lot of them. Oh, God. They got like, oh, Jesus, look at there. There's like 60, what did it say? It said something, how many colors it was. So there are a lot of colors here. So what they do is they provide you with images that you can download. They even have a video that you can download. But we're not going to worry about the video now. This is why I say a lot of times there's stuff in here that you can use on your site that a lot of times people don't use. I only want front images. The downfall to this is that they don't allow you to select everything at one time. On Alpha Broder's website, you are able to select all the images and download them all at one time. On this website, you have to click, you're going to do the click one by one. So bear with me, y'all. I swear I already got this on here. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me go back here. C1717. Let me hit update here and let me go and look at these images, because I could have swore that I've already downloaded these images. While that's going, the best way for me to tell is to click over here on store and go into here. The ones that have pictures are ones that we have pretty much ready to go. That one is there, but do I see another one? Nope. Okay, so I guess I didn't. Okay, so I didn't, y'all. So we'll go back in here and still put them in here. This takes forever, but this is much better than me paying for a lot of websites. You're going to pay to have all of the products imported. You're going to pay like $1,000 onboarding fee plus $400 a month. Then an extra $50 to be able to brand the site how you want to. You build your own site. You build it once. You add the products once. Once these are in here, then we're able to do all types of things. So I just do, little bit by little bit. I do the bulk upload on everything except for the photos, because with photos you have to upload them to your website. You can upload your photos to a Google Drive or something like that, and then pull the names and then do an import, and it'll pull that into your site. But what happens is you'll get a delay sometimes in those pictures loading, so that's why we just doing it straight onto the website. Takes a little bit of time either way, but if there's some type of disconnect, hey, it's on the site. That leads me to saying that you have to have a website that where you can have so many gigs. I think I have 700 gigs or something like that with this website. So we're going to hit download and let that download. And then I'm going to go over into here. Product images 5. It's going to be C1717. Rename your stuff the name of the file, so that after you've extracted these, you can use these for mock-ups or things like that. If somebody places an order, because you're thinking about, okay, now when somebody places an order on the website, then you already have this, and it's going to match what they selected from the website. So we go and we put all that in there. Okay. It's Monday, y'all. It is Monday. I was telling Ken yesterday, I was talking to Mel yesterday, and she was like, tomorrow's Monday. I was like, oh, it's money making Monday. And then I thought about it. I said, wait a minute. I'm on vacation. So, like, okay, I'm like, girl, I gotta get to bed, because I'm thinking I gotta get up and do some, the phones are gonna be ringing and this and other. But I did not run any ads because, hey. Okay, so here we have those images, and you just let them all go in. And remember when I was saying that you can do this to your if you copy these images to clipboard, this is what you would have to do to get them onto your CSV file. It doesn't make any sense because I'm already there. I'm already putting them in here. So if I put them in here, I might as well just do it this way, trying to work easier, do things the easy way. Okay, so we got those over there. Let's go back to that product, and we're going to look for the C1717 for that comfort color shirt that we were working on. C1717. So after I do all of this, then I gotta go in. Y'all see this right here? We gotta go in. We gotta make all this stuff come up. We gotta go in and do all of that afterwards. But it's baby steps. That's why I say it's not really a lot of. Anybody got any questions or anything you want to talk about in your business this morning? This is the time to do it while I am on here doing this. So we want to go here to gallery, and I want to add those images to the gallery from the C17. I can either click it there or click it there. So this is only 30 that has uploaded, so I better wait. I better wait a little bit and let them finish uploading. So you're going to put all of the pictures there, and then after you put the pictures there, you still have to go in, and let me go over here. Sometimes I be thinking, oh, if I do this, if I do that, it'll speed up. I'm trying to get it to speed up, and hoping that me clicking on it did not stop it from uploading. 30 C1717. We only got 30 images uploaded. Hold up, wait a minute. We need them all. It did not upload them all. Let me refresh it. Did I move off that page too fast? I did, y'all. I did. Okay, so I'm gonna go back and take my time this time, and I'm not gonna move off the page until they're all uploaded, because it's 74 images. Although we're not gonna use every image, I am gonna upload them all. Let me see. So 74 images selected, says they are 4.2 MB on the, so when you look at it, when you're uploading images, right? So it says that the maximum file upload size is 2 gigs. Here it says that the 74 selected is 4.2 megabytes. So it does matter. So here they all are. I'm going to let them all upload. Take my time this time and not mess with it. And this is something that you can be doing. You can be uploading products to your website, and while you are uploading, you can be uploading products to your site, and then you're still working and doing something else. But this is going to just really, really streamline business for me in 2025, because it's time for me to get this website back fixed and going back on autopilot before the new year really just kicks off. And then once I have that on autopilot, I'm actually going to be focusing on another business, 2025, getting it up. I want to make sure that TSD is rolling, but I also want to, we're trying to hit that 500K in 2025. So we bringing in everything that I can bring in and everything that I can do. So it's a lot sometimes. Where do you guys see the t-shirt business, I got a question for you if you're out there listening. Where do you see your business, the what direction are you taking your business in 2025? Is it time to pivot from maybe one of the processes that you do now, or maybe you're thinking about adding on some other items? And if so, you know, how do you feel about like the learning curve of adding on something else? Because a lot of times that hinders us from bringing in new things to our business. Like, it's the learning curve. It's, do we need an employee to run the machine? If we're going to run the machine ourselves, when are we going to run it? So a lot, I like to hear what you guys are thinking and what you guys have coming out for 2025. I do think that if it took me a long time to really, really get on the DTF train, and for me, where I'm at with DTF is screen print is going to always be like my main thing for now. You know, it's held its course for 25 years. This DTF is coming for me fast. You know, it's coming for screen printers fast. Um, Manual screen printers. People, so it's either you go back into doing automatic printing, or you at some point think to invest, go back and make the investment in DTF, or you just outsource. For me, the way that that looks is thinking smarter, right? Everyone should offer DTF in their business if you're doing custom t-shirts, because it checks the box of being able to do, hold on y'all, I gotta turn this fan down now. It checks a lot of boxes off and solves a lot of problems. It solves a problem of you being able to do those black shirts and those one-ofs, right? But you have to get a DTF printer, somebody who is reliable. Like, I got a man right down the street I can use, and then I've got three different local contacts. Well, four local contacts, and then of course I've got all of the big companies behind me. And so you already have that list of people that you can call, you, and you know, okay, well, I call him because he's right down the street, he does same day. I call them because when I want high quality DTF, this is where I'm going to go. If I'm doing a live event and I want something that's going to be boom production wise, then I'm going straight to Howard's, right? So having all of that figured out right beforehand. For me, when we were trying to do DTF in house and printers getting clogged and stuff like that, it just was not, it just did not work. And so we ended up, that's why we started saying, okay, well, we'll just outsource this, and we'll outsource this stuff. And then when we outsource it, we'll be able to, you know, still make our money that way, just outsourcing. Um, Hold on, let me go back to. So we'll make our money. Hold on. We'll make our money outsourcing DTF transfers, right? And so then you have to say, okay, should I'm looking at a machine, and this machine, particular machine that I'm looking at, y'all, is like 30, 39 grand, right? And so you say, okay, well, do I just go and buy a machine that's 39 grand, that's that kind of money, and or do I build, make a website that's able to take in the orders, right? To get enough orders built up to where I'm not just buying a machine. Basically what I'm saying is, don't just go and buy a machine that will get a job done, but you don't have a way to feed money into that machine. The machine's just sitting there waiting on you to build up the business. That's not the doesn't make good sense, good business sense. So you buy a machine and then you have to build the business with the machine. That's not what how you do it. You build that part of the business, the demand for your DTF. You build the demand. And so when building the demand, you look and you say, okay, who's the customers that DTF serves for me, right? What customers would that serve? People who are needing full color images, um, people who are needing small jobs, right? And you look and you say, okay, how can I bring this into my current business that I'm doing now without disrupting what I have going on? Keyword. Without disrupting what I have going on, making things harder for me, um, making things harder for me in my business. Because, and this is what I mean, okay, we bring in DTF, we start dealing with single customers, right? We are used to dealing with people who they have a business office, they have a business, we're dealing with corporate customers. They already know what they want, they have their artwork ready, and everything is on go. When I bring in a different type of client where I'm catering to individuals, they may not know how the process goes and they need a little bit more guidance. So how do I, as a business owner, bring in a new customer base? Because this is literally like a new customer base. And you already know this customer, and now you're bringing in a new customer base. Now, some of these people here are going to want that too, but you're literally bringing in a new customers into your mix. How do you do that without disrupting what you already have going, right? So you have to figure out a game plan in order to, you figure out a game plan on how do I keep this moving smooth, and how do I bring this in and keep this going and get this going smooth. So you don't just go and buy a printer, a machine, make a big investment if you don't have the clients for it, because the clients I have over here are not buying this product, right? Would it get some use? Yes, because I would push it to these people for smaller things, or for, and not really for my full color stuff. Um, so it would get some use out of it, right? But your it would not make that big bang to where it would make enough of a profit coming in off of it to where this machine is not just sitting here sitting, right? It's sitting here sitting, and you're trying to build a business. That's what a lot of people do. They buy an embroidery machine, and because they want the embroidery machine to add that to the business, but the embroidery machine is sitting. Or they go and they get sublimation and it's sitting. Whatever it is the screen printing stuff is just sitting. The X tool is just over there sitting, because you're focused on this, and you bought the piece of equipment, but you never thought about a plan, a little mini business plan to add that piece of equipment into your existing business structure. So what do? With DTF, for me, it's okay, we want to bring in DTF and we don't want to mess up what we have going here. So what we'll bring that and put that on the website, right? So now, not only are you able to get bulk orders where people are calling, now you can go in and you can order these small items on the website, right? So now it already gives us, because we already have a platform, right? You've already built your platform. So now you got a platform, you got a place for people to order the stuff, right? if you don't have a store or a foundation and you're doing all this other stuff, your house is going to cave in because you never built the foundation to grow the business, to bring that product in and to let that product shine and grow. So how do you bring in DTF and you don't want to disrupt your business? Is you outsource the transfers. And within you outsourcing the transfers, you've actually taken the production off of your plate from you having to buy the machine, learn the machine, deal with the clogs and the maintenance of the machine. And you find companies that you're able to do business with nice and easy, right? And then you have a heat press, and then all you do is you get the transfers from them to press it. But you still have to get the customers, right? So you want to get that when it's definitely just on demand, when you need it, when just for when you need it. So what you do is you say, okay, let me figure out an avenue to advertise. Start advertising whatever product it is, DTF, sublimation. If it's sublimation, maybe you're advertising sublimation keychains. You're advertising sublimatable, not sublimatable, but dog collars that you have sublimated. So you have taken pictures, you're posting that stuff on social media, you're posting it on your website, and then you have, not only are you posting it on website, on social media, when you post something on social media, right, don't post it for likes and follows. Post it for likes, follows, and sales, putting sales at the beginning for them to, for action. You're posting it for them to do action, because I can't tell you how many people I see post something and I like that. I'm like, ooh, that is cute. But I go down in the bio or I click down in the comments and I don't see a link to buy it. You're posting it for likes. Even if it's something that I'm doing for another client, right? You're not going to sell that product, but hey, we do such and such and such, and this is where, how can I get in contact with you? Got to have something to where they can go and buy your products or your services. And so that's where a lot of businesses make the mistake, is you buy the equipment first when you you don't know who your customer is, you don't know how to contact them, you haven't built the avenue to get those customers. You got to have all of that stuff planned out in advance. So I know where I'm going to get the product from. I've already found my wholesaler, my distributor, who I'm going to get it from. I have a website or a landing page or a product page that people can actually click on and take action to buy it and check out. Now it's time for me to go and start promoting it on social media. Once I start promoting it on social media and Google Ads and all of that stuff, and people now can go to the website, purchase the product, check out. Now I go to the company and I order the transfers and I print it and I deliver the merch, right? Shipping is already taken care of because we set up the website for shipping. So that's already taken care of. So now here we are. We're on the hamster wheel. And this one is a good hamster wheel, right? I post an ad on social media, or I post a picture on social media. They see it, they like it, they click it, they go to the website. They order, they place that order. I go to the DTF provider. I order the DTF transfers or whatever merch that I need and the supplies I need. I print the job. I go back to the website and I click ship and I ship the product out. The customer's happy. Now I'm somewhere in there. I'm adding in email marketing. I'm sending them emails and they're following me and I'm posting, and we're going around and around like this. To now I'm building that customer base. Now, once that customer has gone from here to here to here to here, and I got a big base of people that are ordering, a swimming pool where I got fishes in there. They swimming and people are ordering, right? And then I go and I look and I say, in the last 30 days, I'm looking at the analytics. Okay, so we started doing DTF in January. Let's say we started January 1st. That first month, we only made $300. Do we buy a DTF printer now? No. Where did we make profit? Okay, we made some profit. We can keep going. Okay, now 3 months later, I'm doing $1,000 a month in DTF transfers. I'm making $1,000 worth of profit a month in DTF transfers. I go and I look at it and I say, okay, now I'm making $1,000 a month off in profit off of the transfers. Is it time for me to go buy a $39,000-$40,000 machine? How much is the machine going to cost you? How much is the financing going to cost? Right? So you go in, you look at the machine, you look at, okay, well, let me look at my credit and see, oh, honey, my credit score a little bit, oh, my rate is a little bit high. Maybe I'll go over here and work on my credit. I'm still over here. Okay, so that machine is going to cost me $1,000 a month. And I'm making $1,000 a month profit on the transfers. It's time for me to buy it. Nope, it's not time for me to buy it. It's not time for you to buy the machine, because the profit that you're making is going to the machine. What if you have a slow month? And so you keep on the hamster wheel until you get 4 to 5 times that amount. Okay, now I'm making $5,000 a month profit on transfers. The machine is going to cost me $1,000 a month in the payment, and I'm making 5 times that amount on profit. How much did I pay for the transfers, and what's the difference in had I made the transfers myself versus what I'm paying? If I'm paying $4 a transfer and I can make the transfer for $2 with supplies and all of that stuff and overhead, lights, you got to think about electricity, the consumables, the maintenance, right? And you say, okay, well, I'm paying $4 for it. I'm making $1,000. Okay, well, dang, had I brought it in-house, if I bring it in-house now, that $5,000 that I'm making could have been like $8,000, right? Then you're like, okay, now it's time for me to start getting ready to bring in this machine in-house. And you're researching, you're researching, and you're making sure, okay, who am I going to buy the printer from? When is the best time for me to buy the printer? Where is the printer going to go? Who's going to man the printer? Do I need to, what training do I need to do on it? Do I need extra software? All of that type of stuff. And so now you've ordered the printer, and normally printers are going to take, maybe it takes you 6 weeks to get it, right? So you're figuring all of this stuff out, but you're still doing these transfers. When the printer comes, you're still doing the transfers while you figure this out. Now you got a business, right? That's up and going, customers that are coming, and you can say, okay, now this, I can, what's the word? Can't think of the word. It's at the tip of my tongue. Now I can say, come on, T. This warrants. Let's use that word. So now I can look at my investment and say my investment was warranted. This was worth me getting this machine, right? Because it's making money. It's making money. It's paying bills. If you got a piece of equipment and it's not paying bills, then, so a lot of times we already in the situation, right? So when you already in the situation, you've already got that piece of equipment. Now you have to try to do it the reverse way and try to figure out, okay, how am I going to make the payments on that equipment? How am I going to do this? And you're doing it in a reverse way, when in fact you should start outsourcing that stuff first, and then once you make so much money, you buy it. And Marquita, that could be the problem where you made yes ma'am, I told you. And this is the thing, money begot money, right? You want to start hanging around people who are like-minded, that you can learn something from. So if you learn something from this, that's where you want to pour your seeds. It's where you want to come. And when I say seeding, y'all, it's not monetary. Seeding could be, hey, just coming in supporting somebody. Okay, well, shoes, I'm going to go over here because I'm learning something. Over here, I'm going to watch this person and this person. And a lot of times for me, I go and look, like, figure out who your go-to people are for something. If you need to sublimate a cup, and you're like, oh, I need to sublimate this cup really, really good, right? Don't come over to Lady Print Boss to go through videos to sublimate the cup, because you ain't gonna find those videos, right? I got this person that's teaching business. I got this person that, oh, okay, I need to learn something in Photoshop. Oh, I'm going to go over here to this channel. I need to learn how to do rhinestones. I'm going to go to this channel. So you have a few things that people that you're looking at. Oh, I need some business coaching. Lady Print Boss over here, she giving out free stuff. Just imagine if I'm giving you these types of gems for free. Imagine what you get, baby, when you get to the point where you're able to pay for coaching. I'm just saying. So now you have the problem. And it's the thing, Marquita, we learn from our mistakes, right? We make mistakes, we learn from the mistakes, and we all good. It's all good, because now you know the mistake that you made. So the next time that you decide, okay, hey, I'm gonna buy something, you know that, okay, it's time for me to buy something, and or I'm thinking that I want this, but how is this gonna work in my business? How do I bring it in to where it's coming through the door making money, right? So we figured that out for what to do for the next time. But now we have to figure out, okay, what equipment do you have now, right? What do you have now that's sitting, that's not making money? So what I would urge you to say is write down a list for anybody that's listening. It's not from Marquita. It's just general conversation. Sit down, write out a list of the equipment that you have. I have a heat press. I have a sublimation printer. I have a DTF printer. I have this. I have that. Write down all the things that you can be doing with that. Different things that you can do with it. And then figure out, okay, so let's see. So I'm going to add this to gallery. So you're figuring out, okay, you're figuring out stuff that you can, what type of printing can I do with this, right? And then when you're figuring out what type of printing that you can do with stuff, what I like to tell people is you figure out what makes the money. Wanted to select all of these at one time. You're gonna figure out, okay, what in here in this type of printing, what's gonna make the money? Where is the dollars at? because you can't sell everything. This is where I go and I say, okay, y'all, now you figured out, okay, well, I can do this with this machine, I can do that. Where does it make money? So let's talk, for example, because DTF is popular. So I don't like to, beat a dead horse, but DTF is really popular, right? So let's talk about what makes money in DTF, right? In DTF, you can make the biggest amount of money and the biggest return on your investment doing small logos. Doing small logos, right? Think of things that you could do that will upcharge. So for me, when I think about what I use DTF for, right? Because DTF has so many different possibilities, right? To where you can take DTF. If I can take DTF and I can print a small pocket size logo, or if I can do DTF on a cap, right? And I'm not talking about just doing DTF straight on the cap. Take a patch, a leather patch, and then say, okay, well, shoes, I might can specialize in caps. Okay, so how would that look? And think, okay, so if I wanted to do specialize in caps, and I could do, would I buy the patches and then apply the DTF, and this is going to bring this amount of value. Who's looking for leather patches? Find those companies. Where would I sell it at? What type of markets would I go after? Or, okay, I do DTF. And I know that the larger the DTF prints is, the more money it costs. What's the biggest size I can print in DTF? Is it possible that maybe I can niche in DTF and I do DTF on books, or I do DTF on this or that? So you have to figure that out. But the first thing that I would do is figure out who my customer is for DTF, right? And we know that DTF is great for on-demand printing. So what are all of those types of on-demand items that you can sell and that you can market to clients? And then you say, okay, well, I got a list of 50 things that I can sell. And then you go through that list of the 50 things that you can sell, and you say, okay, I got the 50 things that I can sell. Now let me figure out, of those 50 things that I can sell, which ones make money and which ones will fit into my existing business if I already have business, or that my existing customers would buy if I already have existing customers. And if I don't have existing customers, which ones are the ones that are marketable, that are easy for me to market and make the most money. So then you take, if you got 50, you narrow that down and say, okay, I'm going to focus on these 5 items. 5 to 10 items. I'm going to focus on these 5 to 10 items. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to do a photo shoot. Here I'm going to create these, physically create these items. Y'all, so we're going to physically create these items, right? You physically create the items, and then you take pictures of them. You put them up on a website. If you don't have a website, you need to go ahead and get that built out. And the website could be nothing but a landing page with the products. And now, after you have those things that you have up, you start advertising them on your social media and on the web. So I'm over here now. I have added, we have our image here. I actually want to remove this one because I saw another one. Let's set the product image, and I'll go with this guy right here. He looks cool. So I've updated the product image. We've added all of these images into our photo gallery. Right now, we're just going to add a general price that's going to go across the whole board. Now, you don't have to do that, but if you want the product to show before you placing it, this is how you do it. So now we have all of these. We've got 41 variations, and we've got the berry color shirt. We're going to click here, and we got to find the berry color in this off in here. We're in the C17. I'm going to click it and when we click over here, you'll see those colors here. So that's how you'll know, okay, what color you're looking for. This is the berry front. This is what I like, the difference in On some of the other websites, the colors are by number, but on S&S website, they actually give you the name, so it really, really helps you out. Okay, so you just go through then, and I'm going to go through and put all of these in, and so this is going to take a minute. But that's how I would approach it. Also, depending on the size of your DTF, the other thing that DTF could be used for is if you have the ability, this is Blossom, if you have the ability to um, print for other people, right? What could you sell the DTF transfers for? What are DTF transfers selling for in your area, Blue Jean? And if you are able to compete with other people, then maybe you could also, if you could pull on people who are printing in the t-shirt community and be able to sell transfers to them. Blue Spruce. Today we're just on here and we are just boysing. We're just on here and we are talking about things that you can do to help you in your business. So if you come on and hey, you're looking for some help in your business, this is the time for you to kind of jump in and get you a free little consultation. Jane, I don't see the boysen. Know what boysen even looks like, y'all. Let me go up here and type it in. B-O. I don't even know how to. Let me see. Boysenberry. Boysenberry. Ain't nothing gonna pop up from there. Okay. Maybe we'll find that later. And type it up in here. I don't think that even got that color, so there might be. Sometimes I'll find a colored brick. I'll find a color that is no longer in the list of colors, and that lets me know that okay, they might have got rid of that color. But it does take time. At some point, you will find that now your business is just running on autopilot, and it takes time to get all of your processes down. But at some point, you're going to do it, and things are going to run smooth for you. But I tell people there is no, I think that says chamois something. There is no Really and truly, there are no shortcuts in it. Unless you have just an absorbent amount of money that you can jump in and invest in your business right out the bat. I tell you what, when you grow your business from the ground up, LAGO, it's two O's, light green. So hopefully today I have 15 products, and some products have a lot of variations, y'all, and some don't. Okay, so we saved all of those. So now this one right here, this boysenberry, we don't have a picture of it. So we're going to take it off. I've been finding that when I can't find the picture that it's normally, it's something that, what type of DTF machine did you get? And so your question is, so here's the question. The question is, Lady Print Boss, do you think I should return the DTF machine? I'm having bad mixed signals about my decision. Okay. Were you having bad vibes before this video? That would be my first question. Because if you were having bad vibes before the video, that's one thing. If the vibes came or have just come um, here since we've started talking here on this video, then you haven't had enough time to process the information. Because a lot of times, people will give you information and you be like, oh, well, maybe I'm moving too fast. I should have did it this way. I should have did it that way. That would be something that for you to, that's a decision that you have to make, because I don't know what your circumstance is, and if you have clients that you can currently use, that you already have clients that need the service that you have to look at that. Okay, do I have clients already that need this service? Or am I going to be trying to just build the clients from the beginning? That's one thing that I would say. Now, for me, I'm looking at, you said you have the L1800. With the L1800, so you're going to be limited in what it is that you can do as far as, um, mustard printing for other people, right? There probably won't be much profit in that at all, because of the time that the L1800 takes to print. It's one of the it's a slower machine. It's more of a home machine. um I don't know of anyone who has those machines, who have the home machines, is what I'm calling home machines, that have not had a bad experience with clogs, um, or it end up needing another print head or something like that, right? True Navy and Navy. I think that is just Navy. So it's not a machine that I would buy. I would rather outsource. Reason, and that's just me. Doesn't mean that that is what you should do. It just means that this is what, in my opinion, that's what I would do. Neon blue. It's not there. We're going to skip that one. Neon pink. So that's just me. Reason being is that I know that those machines, they end up clogging. Some people will use it if you're not using it every day, all day. Um, so I'd be careful with that one. If you already have the business to where, okay, it's a machine that you're going to be using, then you can say, okay, well, shoes, I'm going to be using this machine and I'm going to use the machine to learn the business, and you're willing to take a loss because at some point the machine's going to clog, right? At some point it's going to get a clog, and then you're either going to repair the clog or you may end up having to get another print head or whatever. Will it be a great learning experience? It'll still be a learning experience for you, to let you know if it's something that this is a machine that you really want to do, right? If it's something that you really want to do, if you can make, I don't know what you paid for it, but ask yourself this: how long is it going to take me with this machine to get a return on my investment, or to at least get my investment back? Am I able to, do I have the customers right now that can sustain me buying the machine? That's what I would ask myself. And then I would go there and do, what's best for you. But I will tell you a bit of advice with that particular machine. You want to make sure you need to be running it. You want to make sure that you're running it. Don't even hook it up and put it together if you don't have, if you're not able to run it. Find you, if you can't clean them yourselves, then start. If you don't know how to do that, make sure that you do the research on that, because you're going to definitely need some cleaner to clean it, because it will clog. All of the desktops, they clog. You see a lot of people, and a lot of people be like, oh, you're hating, but never that. I'm telling you from my experience in me using them, and what happened. Sapphire DTF has come a long ways. Has come a long ways. A lot of new DTF printers out there now that people are, it's a lot of new DTF printers out there. And the technology is getting better. Some that have circulation tanks, some ones that have dehumidifiers in them, air conditioners, all that type of stuff. So, you take all of that stuff into account, and at the end of the day, you do what's best for you and for your business. I'm just interested in what made you buy that particular machine. Was it just price motivation that you saw it and you're like, oh, okay, I want to buy it because of price? Or did you, maybe you're following somebody that has that particular one? And if so, I would say, did you look and see like how long they have had it? um True Navy, how long they had it. That's what I do a lot of times. So me and my girls, what we do is they'll hit me, they'll say, so and so over there to reveal the machine. And I'll say, okay, well, how long they had it? And they'll say, oh, they just got it, girl, and it's going. And they say that this is the best thing going. And I done got my DTF machine, and this is the best thing going. And I say, okay, well, call me in 90 days. Mm-hmm. And most of them, sometimes you'll see them over on the Facebook Marketplace, where that same person that'll just be done told you that DTF is a game changer and this, and that, and other. And then they be done did those videos and stuff, and then you'll see it over on the marketplace for sale where they done posted it up, um, trying to sell it. So, and then sometimes you see some people who have them and they do really good. They make enough money fast, it's still gonna close. It's still gonna close. But you'll see that, oh, they made so much money really fast, and by the time they get the clog, then okay, it's the machine has pretty much paid for itself. Violet. That's a neon violet. That's an orchard violet, y'all. Violet. Oh, I need. Let me see if I can find violet over here. Okay, so there's a neon violet, and then it's a kind of a purplish looking, this one. So what I do is that over on this other page where I still have stuff open at Wash Denim, I'll go in and type in stuff over here so I know what it looks like. So it's easy for me to find sometimes. If you notice that, if you're looking and you're like, hey, where does she know how to find those so fast? It's because I'm kind of looking. Wine should be more of like a burgundy. That's a chili, crimson. I don't see anything else that would be a wine. Kind of that purple. Okay, so we're gonna go with a berry wine color. Yam, that should be a orange, a darky orange. Kind of like a burnt orange, almost. Let's save the changes. And then I want to look and see. Vineyard. So some of these colors, when I run across colors that are not here, then I know that, okay, that color has probably been discontinued, or my distributor doesn't sell it, so ain't no need of me having it on here. Go ahead and get rid of it. So 3, let's go over here to neon blue. Neon violet, neon red, no neon blues anymore. Okay, let's go ahead and update this, and then I see your comment. I'm gonna if you're coming into the chat, good morning. Let us know where you're coming in from. Okay, so we're going to go in and view this product. Now that we are here, let's go in and view this item. So now we have our image here, and then we have all of our colors, and they should turn. First part of building everything is, this is the main part, is getting these images in. So that's all we want. That's our whole thing, is get them all in. Now I'm noticing here that there's some stuff here that looks like I'm missing some colors, where it's not taking me past light green. So let me go in and edit this product and see what's going on, because we know we got something that does not have an L in it. So let's go over here to our attributes, to our colors, and look at our colors and see. Royal Caribbean, Sage, Berry, Black Blossom. So something is going on here, right here. So I should have told you guys what I was looking for. I'll go back over there first. So in here, what I'm looking to see is if there are any lines that are missing, and I do see them all in here. So now I'm going to go back over here and make sure that all of these variations have the price, because if they don't all have the price, then sometimes they won't all show. And it says I've got 37 variations, so I want to make sure that they all do have a price. So that they all will show. And I also want to go ahead and do a bulk thing here, and I'm going to make them all in stock, because sometimes that will happen where your stuff will not show because it will say that like it's out of stock. So I'm just going to click on one. Off in here, we've got our SKU number, and then in here you can change the SKU number, because SKU number on all of these are the same right now. So you can say -1, -this, -that, and you can do colors. I don't really go through stuff by SKU, so I don't have to do that. So you can have your regular price. Let's say if this color is a different price than the other color, you can go in and change prices. But right now, my whole goal is just to get everything in here and get it to show. So these are other things that you can do off in here. And you can create a description of that particular color if you want to. This is for my wholesale customers down here, which has not been set up. So just kind of showing you guys how it goes here in the back end. Okay, so okay, the answer is no. Definitely have to return. I'm having problems connecting, but yet the company had put ooh. They had sent you a machine with ink in it. Oh, they had you put the ink in it. Try to get my money back. Try to return it through the company. If you can't return it through the company, call the credit card company or that you purchased it from, or your bank, and tell them that the item was sent to you and it doesn't work, or it's not as, and then dispute it that way. And hey, you need to return this, and hopefully you can do that. Okay, so you're using the transfer paper for the dark t-shirts. That is a DTF is a good upgrade to take you from that and being able, because that's the problem that people have had forever with t-shirts, is trying to hold on y'all, I gotta do something real quick. That's one of the problems that people have had forever, is trying to figure out, okay, um how to successfully print a good shirt. And it's good that you want a good shirt on a dark color, on a dark fabric. So DTF would be, that is a great move for you to do, especially if you're already doing shirts and you see that, okay, well dang, I need to be able to do this on a dark color shirt. So if in the fact that you can't take it back, then and you keep it, then you use it for that, and you did get something that is going to, it is going to upgrade. Stopping at melon. I don't know what is going on here, but we gotta figure this out. It's stopping at, so it's going from berry to blue jean melon, berry, black. So I got my B's, my C's, and then it jumps to L. B's, C's, and then jumps to L, and then M, and it's not showing past M. There's definitely something wrong. Definitely something wrong. Mint, chili, blue, ale, melon. We've got a line in between everything here, so there is absolutely no reason that any of this should not be showing. "22 variations do not have prices. Why are they not having prices? Set regular prices. For some reason, those prices are not going in there. I don't know why. Let's go to this page and see if those prices went in there. It went in there that time, so these are things that you have to check on your website. For those who are not interested in building their own websites, I do build websites, y'all, and we are going to have, if you see, I am very thorough when I'm doing this. So we will at some point, so now we have all of the colors and all of them change. I show you how to do it if you want to do it yourself. And then I also will sell you a template. And I will host the website for you for a monthly fee. Okay, that is running and working. So that's where I'm trying to get that one to. So it takes time to get them all up. So that one is done. Good. Okay. Where are we at now? 6200, which is a long sleeve. That one should be, hopefully that one is in here. Let's see if that one is in here. If I got a folder with 6200. I do not have the folder with the 6200 in it yet. So I'm going to skip this one. I'm actually going to open up a whole nother website so I can be able to see what I got from what I don't have in here as I'm working. Okay, so 6200 we have not added. Thought I added all them numbers in last night. I thought I was done last night. I guess I wasn't. Dang. So that's another one that I'll have to add. The 10, 10, 10. So we got 6200, we'll skip. We got the 6051. Do we got that over here? $6051. Yep, I can do this one. Go ahead and fix this one. So when it comes to DTF, and what type of machine that you should get when it comes to DTF, I'm not comfortable recommending a machine unless it's going to be like a professional machine, one that's going to be, so the desktop models, they'll work, right? But I know that they all clog. I know that a lot of the machines that are coming from China, that the service isn't good. Things like that. I've seen people buy the DTG Pros. I've seen them do videos and say, hey, I'm getting good. This is good. Da, 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 da. And then 3 months later, boom, you don't see them working their machine anymore. And then they go to doing transfers, or they have to send it back, and then they get another one, and another one, and another one. And then eventually they give up, and then they go to do transfers. I see the people who have the big machines, those are the people that I see that are really making money and being successful with it. It's a lot to when you start doing it, because when you're outsourcing it, it seems like, oh, I'm outsourcing and I'm not making a lot of money, but you are when you start seeing how much time you're saving and how fast it goes and how smooth it goes. So my recommendation would be not to buy a DTF printer at all. My recommendation would be to reach out to DTF transfer companies and to order you some samples, get the free samples, print up those samples, and then that's what you show your clients. Then find you somebody local that's close that you can run, and when somebody place an order, you can run and just get the transfers from. Like I say, I have 3 companies. It's very affordable for me to do it that way, and then build your business that way. And then once you have built the clientele and you've got the business built, then you can go and get you a machine that's going to print and print and print, and you can leave and go out of town and go on vacation for 2 weeks and come back and it's not clogged. That would be my recommendation. And with sublimation, I get it because with sublimation, it's like um, 6051. When you're doing sublimation and trying to do the, not even just to doing the full color, because you can do indirect sublimation, right? But then you got to cut. And so that's like slow you down. That's a headache for you to be able to do that. So I definitely get it because that's been like a pet peeve of mine. It's like, okay, well, it can't do this. So you have to say, okay, well, I have to use the sublimation for what sublimation is used for. So I know I can do these sublimatable these shirts with sublimation, but try to figure out like what other things can you use your sublimation printer for that are high ticket items. 651. 60. This product right here, these are going to be really good to sell. Um, let's choose this blue for the product image. And then let's add, oh y'all, my stomach is growling. Can y'all hear my stomach growling? Select all 19 of these. And add these to the gallery. And then are these already under a category? Yep, they're under a category. We'll also add t-shirts as a subcategory. And those are there. And then let's go to attributes. And here's our attributes. Let's hit save. And then let's go in and create these variations for create one for all. Okay. $60.51. See how I can now go to the folders. This is the easiest way. That said something about Envy something. I don't remember, y'all. That's Envy Sleeves and Heather White. Yep, that's right. Okay, Envy Premium Heather. White Heather and Heather White in Vintage Black. Heather White. Vintage Black sleeves with a Heather White body. Heather White body. Here we go. That one. Yeah. Heather White and then Vintage is first one. Heather White. Yep, that's. Gotta make sure that I put them on here right. Ooh, my stomach is growling. I'm hungry. Indigo. Indigo sleeves. Indigo sleeves and white. Okay, so military green and then premium heather. Let's see that. See, I don't see the military green. They must have canceled that one. Premium heather and heather white. Premium heather and vintage black. Purple rush. Tahiti blue. This probably is a Tahiti blue, yeah. Venetian gray and heather white. Venetian gray. It doesn't look Venetian. Venetian gray and heather white. Don't see a Venetian gray. That color is not there. Vintage black heather white. It'll have to be this one. Vintage black premium heather. So black sleeves with a premium heather. Black sleeves. I don't see a black sleeves with a premium heather. There we go. Thought I had already used that one. Vintage black and black. Black on black. Vintage navy with a premium heather. Vintage royal. That one. Vintage pink and white. Good morning, Cynthia. Good morning, girl. You late to the chat. You pulled over to take notes. Yes, ma'am. I'm a note taker too. I like to I'll be trying to take my notes whenever I'm listening to people, especially like I like to get into bed in the evening and I sit down and that's when I do my stuff. Normally I'm an early morning person, so I'll sit down and that's when I'll be able to really like get my time in to do the things that I need to do. Vintage red. Vintage red. Let me see. What was that other heather white? So if you're just coming into the chat this morning, we're just talking, just having a conversation about business, and I was showing in this video easiest way to upload. We are now to uploading images that I downloaded last night, red and black, and I'm just uploading the images so that they match royal heather and white. Royal sleeves, white body, so that they match raw and heather premium. And then this any color shirt, we're gonna remove it because we don't need a any color shirt. So let's cancel that. Let's say okay. Save those changes first. Okay. So now we're gonna go here and we're gonna do the bulk action to set the regular price. And like I said, I'm setting all these prices to $10 because I got to go back and add discounts and all that stuff is going to be done bulk. Now this military green, we never did find it, so we're going to actually go ahead and remove it because maybe they stopped making it. Maybe it's on back order. I don't know. But you definitely don't want anything on your site that you cannot get shirts for. So anything that's like that, we're going to take off. Vintage purple and heather white. Yep, we didn't see any. We had a purple rush, but we don't have a vintage purple, so we're going to go on and remove that there too. Vintage Royal. You know what? It did not set when I saved that second page. So I done knocked off some of my colors, so I have to go back and add them. Now for that particular shirt, I think it'll be a good seller, so I do want to push it. I want to add a video of that particular shirt if there is one available for this particular shirt. So let me see if I can find it as I am going through here for the, what style number is it? The 6051. Let me go to website and see if I can find it. Because if there's a video for that one, I'm gonna push it and sell the video. See, we see Purple Rush, but we don't see a lot of those other colors, but I see those vintage ones. So right here, if there's a video, I'm gonna go ahead and see, and if it's a video, I will download it, but I don't see one. Yep, I don't see a video there. Girl, you been working? You up early then. Vintage red and black. You've been up early. Vintage royal and white. It's kind of way these got off of me, so that means I'm missing something, so I'm finna see. Just go ahead and let's do a, we've already saved it, so let me check on page 2. Okay, and then here we're going to set the regular price to 10 in case I didn't do it. And the other thing I'm going to do is I want to make sure that everything is listed as in stock. Nope, I don't want to do stock. I want it to be listed as in stock. Now, this is where you would, if you keep stock in your store, this is where you would go in here, and if you hit manage stock, then you can add in how much stock you have, and then how many of these you actually have, and then you set a low threshold so that your website will send you a notification and tell you, hey, you're low on, you only have 2 more of these in stock. So that's how that works. But we're going to take this off because that's not our situation. Now, one thing that you guys have never asked is, what happens if I have a product that I'm selling and let's say, dang girl, so you got these products and they're all listed as in stock, right? Because I can't check stock. What happens, y'all, if somebody places an order on the website and the product is nowhere to be found, right? Your normal distributor does not have that product. What I think of all of these different scenarios, like, so for me, I have about five distributors that I use on the normal, and then a couple of others. So I can normally get that product if it's even if my local distributor doesn't have it. And what I have to do is let's see here. I think I updated this already. No, I did not. So even if my local distributor does not have that shirt, right? So what I have to do, what you have to do in a situation like this is, and this all comes into like just your business one on one, right? So let's say that somebody goes on there and they order 100 shirts, and I go to the Statins website and they don't have that particular item there anymore. They don't have it. So it's like, okay, what am I to do then? Right? I then have to figure out some stuff and say, okay, I'm going to have to go to a different distributor and find it. And this is why, as soon as somebody places an order on your site, as soon as they place an order on your site, no, Ken, I'm good, thank you. As soon as somebody places a order on your website for something, then you have to go and check that stock. So you should be, it's not that, oh, they placed the order today and you're going to wait to, oh, the job is due in 10 days. I'm going to wait the 10 days. No, you need to be doing it right then and there. Like and not actually right then and there, but like by the end of that day anyways. You want to go in and say, okay, let me go and place these orders with this other company. Even if you just, because sometimes people can order on your website, and let's say that you don't have, so I'm talking to people who you don't have the funds to be able to purchase, or you don't have a net 30, a net 60, a net 90, right? And so but you still want to get the shirts. So what you do is you just go ahead and put those in your shopping cart, so that when the money clears, now I can go ahead and place that order for those shirts. If you're doing a pickup, you can go ahead and place it as a COD, and by the time you get there, that money done cleared. And that's one way that you can make sure. So we're at pink, that you make sure that, okay, you get it, and that way you've got time to ship the product in from whatever city it needs to come in. It needs to come in from a whole nother state. You got time to ship it in. Also, you want to allot for things like that, for shipping from distributors to you in your prices, because if somebody orders, and I normally order from this one company, right, which is local, and I'm not paying shipping, then if I have to order that as a special order, I may have to pay shipping unless I meet that minimum threshold. And then normally I'll add on stuff from other orders so that I can end up getting the free shipping. Even if it's something that's local, I'll just order it, do it like that. That way I can end up getting that free shipping. But in the event that, let's say that that particular shirt happens to be out of stock, or it happens to be on the chopping block, they're going to get rid of it, it's on discontinued list, and they're not going to get any more of it, and you don't have time to get it for your client, then you're like, okay, now I need to call my client immediately and let them know, hey, this particular item is not in stock. It's not going to be coming in stock any soon, but I've already got a replacement item for you, right? This is an item that we can replace it with, versus you just saying, hey, we can't get the job done, we're gonna have to refund your money or whatever. We'll do refunds over here. We try to always make sure that we got it. So as you guys saw, I was going through and making sure that this changed. So I opted to not go with the colors, with the button colors, but to actually have the t-shirts change colors. And at some point, the front image here will have like a video or something on that very front image. Or it will have a design on it. But right now, we're working on, the key is to get this stuff up here. Is to get it up here. That is the key. Okay, so go back over here to products. So this is what I want to say, Cynthia. So the particular, because the only thing I could think of, the Canon printer that you have, does it actually print green? It has a green cartridge in it, or does it, or is the blue and the yellow making green? Because I'm seeing your blue, and does the cartridge actually have green in it? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, is it an actual green cartridge, or because if it's not, then it's the yellow that's the problem. And if you seeing the yellow, blue, yellow, okay. So it doesn't have the actual green card, so it's blue and yellow. So it's printing the blue. Is it printing yellow? Like, have you printed something where you just printed a whole strip of yellow? Because if it's printing blue and it's printing yellow, then what I would do is, then I would try something with, if it's printing blue, a blue line, and it's printing the yellow line, I would then turn around and see, okay, what print from, I would then print from an image. I would go and I would download something or print another image that has blue and yellow in it and see if it prints that. If it prints that, then it's something going on with the printer, with the that particular image could have a certain color profile that it was brought into. Or if you, let's say if you did something to where you edited that blue and turned it to green, it could be some type of malfunction to where it's in the software, the design software. Other than that, what I would do, if I don't think it's a color, I would change out the color profiles, maybe, if depending on what you printed from. If other than that, I would probably go in, delete the printer, and reinstall the printer and see what happens. If I'm getting yellow and I'm getting blue, there's no reason that it should not be, the two should not be mixing. So I would try a different image, delete the print driver, or update the print driver. That's what I would do at the point where you at. I would delete it or update it. Okay, so my next color. So I didn't see the 6030 cc on there. I could have sorted. I put all them things on there last night. I did, but I didn't. Okay, so I got the 6030 on there. 1540. I have not uploaded. I've downloaded everything, but I did not. So G540B, I know I skipped those. G420, haven't put those on there. The 570 has 0. The G840 has 0. 186. Okay, so it looks like I am at the point of where I need to upload all of these pictures over here onto to the library. Looks like that's where I'm at now. That is the place where I'm at. Is that I'm going to be uploading pictures. Okay, so this will be going to the drive. So y'all, looks like I'm gonna be just uploading images now, and I've started to get a little bit tired. Let's see here. I have started to get tired. This is my mobile scene right here. It's crazy. 3 different Epson models. So none of your printers are printing blue? None of your printers are printing green? All my Epson's not printing green. When was the last time they printed green? Because that's strange. The 3 pictures that you're trying to print, did you make those all in the same? I'm wondering, did you use any type of gradient or anything, something like that? It's something that, like, the pictures, did you create all 3 pictures that are not printing green, or you got them all from the same place? I'm not sure what that issue is, but if 3 different Epson models are not printing green, that just doesn't make sense. Like, it's something else going on. It's something else going on. Like, if this model don't print it, this one don't print it, this one don't print it, then it's the program that you're using. It's the program or the pictures. It's definitely not the machine. I would go in and print my RGB color palette, because it definitely wouldn't be the printer. It's something else that you're doing. I'm not sure what it is, but y'all, I am tired. I'm not sure. I would print something that I did not design, that doesn't have to do anything with Canva or Silhouette or anything. I wouldn't have, because that shouldn't do it, but you can never tell. But I would just print something totally completely different, because there's no way that 3 machines are gonna all be not printing the green, right? It's something in the way that the picture is saved, or it's something in the color profiles. It's something else. But anyways, y'all, I'm gonna get off of here because I need to get me some coffee and my stomach is rumbling. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good